So hello everyone, my name is Mark Shivko, I'm the creator of Stephino RPG, and today we're going to talk about how much I made selling the game. So without further ado, I don't want to force you to watch this video all the way to the end just to show you an amount. This is how much I made. So it's 30,000 US dollars, and it's all thanks to MicroAcquire, this beautiful platform created by Andrew Gazdecki. I'm going to go into that a little bit later. So how did this all happen, and am I happy with the amount? So first of all, it all started in 2019 when I was still the CTO of an Android development studio here in Bucharest. The team was very autonomous at the moment, and we were looking for other opportunities at the time because you may or may not know this, Google Play is a very, very tough market to get into. So my team of mostly designers and developers was looking for something new to work on. So my vision at the time was to just, try out a few things, maybe look at different markets. We were still investigating outside markets like the Huawei App Store and Samsung apps and stuff like that. But I was thinking more outside of the box. Let's try to do something completely new. And I knew for a fact that competition was hard with games. So I wanted to create a game. Competition was very, very stiff on Steam. It was very, very hard to get into the mobile gaming space as well on Android and iOS. So I thought, let's create a game with the technology no one else used before, on a platform no one else uses for gaming, and that platform was WordPress. So create a browser game and distribute it through WordPress.org. So it all started as a personal research task, homework, right? In November of 2019. So after August of 2020, with a little bit of money from my cash out, after the closure of that Android studio, I bought a house. And so that meant 3 months of no development on the game, because as I was busy with the renovation and paperwork and stuff like that. So I had no time to invest in the game. Another 12 months after that, after it's been listed on WordPress.org, I managed to sell it through MicroAcquire. My initial asking price was in fact $100,000 for 1 year and 9 months of work, which is still lowballing it, because I know it might seem a little bit much, maybe looking from the outside. But it took me 1 year and 9 months to build a game. However, it took me 10 years to get to the level where I could build a game from scratch by myself and make it scalable, make it customizable, and so on and so forth. There are many, many difficult challenges in building a game without relying on an existing framework, so totally from scratch. So I felt that the $100,000 price tag was completely justified and more or less a fair payment for my work. However, this small team contacted me and they wanted to work with me to build the game up on a Web3 platform, so integrate NFTs and other details I think I'm not at liberty to discuss here. But the price was a little bit too much for them. So I felt I made a good choice by agreeing to the difference, which is pretty hefty. It's less than 3 times the initial asking price. However, I think this is the best choice by far, because there's an opportunity cost here. So the opportunity to work with these guys is something that means more to me than the actual price difference. So I took the price, I accepted the $30,000 offer, and it was their condition, and I was very happy that they saw things this way. It was their condition that I would join them as their chief technology officer. So the opportunity for me to work with this guy is actually something that honestly excites me more than the price difference. So I'm really, really happy with the choice I made, and I'm happy with the amount as well. I mean, it's not it's not nothing, it's not every day that you get paid for something you started as a side project. So all in all, it was a beautiful experience for me, a validation of my work. And I think this is going to be the beginning of something really, really interesting. Maybe 9 months from now or 12 months from now, I'm going to have another video for you guys with some big news. I think we're in a very interesting time right now with the decentralization of everything, and I think it's an awesome thing that you can just right-click on your desktop, create a new folder, and 1 year or 2 years later, basically sell that folder, and put your foot in the door as a CTO of a new company, just by doing something you love. Now, my takeaway from all of this is, if I can do it, so can you. It's all a matter of persistence and, at the end of the day, a little bit of enthusiasm. You need to have enthusiasm for the work you're doing. You need to do it for yourself first and foremost. And at the end of the day, whether or not you sell it or you make a couple of bucks, it doesn't really matter the amount, as much as the experience of having something you built out there available for other people to enjoy, and credit you for your work with a couple bucks here and there, a sale here and there, maybe in interstitial ads if that's your monetization model. So making money is more of a validation of your work from my point of view than anything else. So at the end of the day, the fact that these guys wanted my game and they were willing to put their money where their mouth is, and insisted on me assisting them with developing the game further, that was all of the validation I needed. And all in all, I'm really excited about this. So coming soon, the next video, I'm going to talk with Andrew from MicroAcquire and learn more about his journey. So till next time, don't forget to do the things that you need to do on YouTube. Like, share, subscribe. I hate having to do this. I do. I don't like. I feel like I'm cheap or something. I don't know why, but that's how things work. So, thanks a lot for your time. No, really, honestly, thank you. And I hope to see you in the next video. Of course, before you do that, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, I think, notification icon, all of the things. Bye-bye. See you next time.